this is just the beginning. Now see the types of operators. Just I'm revising the things so that you may remember. Operators are symbols that are basically used to indicate the type of operation QB system perform. There are three types of operators that we have till now studied: arithmetic operator, relational operator, and logical operators. Okay, arithmetic operators are binary operators. In mathematics, you know how we use it. Okay, basically, a 4 plus 6 means it needs two operands. Okay, binary means two. Binary means two. Okay, means this arithmetic operator can take two operands. Therefore, these are known as binary operation. You take any arithmetic operator plus. Okay, let me go to the next slide. See here, a plus b, 6 plus 4. Okay, of course we can go for 6 plus 4 plus 3. Who is that? Who is that? Okay, those who can't see, maybe there is some network problem in your area because I can, I can see in my mobile. Okay, so I think it is a network problem in your area. Don't worry, I am recording the things and I will send it in the group. Okay, if you can leave the meeting and join it again, then you may able to get it. Okay, so arithmetic operators are basically the binary operators because it takes two operands. Okay, therefore, and the result is always a number here. Okay, no, this we have discussed earlier. So here you can see the example of the arithmetic operator, that is 6. This is the integer division. Okay, this is the other division. See this integer division. Okay, sorry, this is a normal division. 6 divided by 4. Then next one is the integer division, and third one is the mod. Mod means the remainder. Okay, this we have done earlier. I have explained you earlier. Yes or no? Class. Yeah. Yes, therefore I am not going into detail further. Okay, we will proceed to the next one. Okay, it starts. You see the output. Okay, the normal division first one. The second one is the integer division where we are going to get only the integer part. Okay, and the last one is 6 mod 4. You are going to get the remainder. What I want to repeat this. The first one, 6 divided by 4 is the normal division where we are going to get the answer in decimal. The second one is the integer division where I am going to get only the integer part. Okay. And the last one I am getting the remainder. 4 1 are 4, the remainder is 2. Got it? Yeah. Okay. Now we are proceeding to the next one. Relational operator, these are also again the binary operators which take two operators. Okay, they compare and the result is always true or false. Now here, try to remember the false is always zero. Okay, false is always zero. Whereas the true can be a non-zero value. It can be -1 or -2 or some other values other than zero. Okay. It is some value which is other than 0. Try to remember this. So let us go to the next one. Okay. See, this is the example of the relation operators. Okay, equal to, less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, not equal to. This we have used in the if condition, if you remember. Yes or no? We have used all this in our if, except the not. That we can see later on. Okay, where the output is always either a true or false. Okay, let us move to the next one. Here in the example is shown where a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 5. Now you can see the output once we will run it. Should I go fast or should I wait for the execution? Okay, I can't make it fast. Actually, this is a video. Okay, see the execution here. A is equal to B 0. Okay, C is where it is. A is equal to B 0. A less than B 0. True and false it is. Okay, you can see from here A 05 B is equal to 2. So accordingly, you can see the output. Yes. Yeah. You can create what, Naman? Yeah, you can create the calculator. I will show you how to create a simple calculator by taking the numbers. Okay. For that, you have to go for the graphic designing commands in QBasic. That I am not so expert. I have to learn. Okay, the graphical things. Animation can be done, but not with the exactly with the operators. But operators have to be used during the animation. Okay, we'll discuss that later on. Okay, that is not at present in your class topic. Then next is the logical operators. This is important here. Okay, it combines two or more relational expressions. Now see what? Relational expressions. That is important. Okay. Saina, what you are asking? You are asking something. Can anyone say? Actually, I can't see anything. What do you want to say, Saina? Power symbol. I'm not discussing now the board mass. Okay. Yeah, power symbol is there. Ah, okay. I will show you an example of that. Okay. Now logical operators. Now I'm basically considering the logical operators because see in logical operator we'll need the relational operators. Okay. See it is what written. Logical operators combine two or more relational expressions to evaluate a single value as true or false. True is non-zero and false is always zero. The result of evaluation is used to make decision about the program flow. So see here and both the conditions to be checked. Now we'll see in detail about these. Okay. See here and operator, or operator and not operator how they works. It depends on the operand. A and B are the relational expressions. Remember this. Okay. If both are true, then and this forget about not now. Okay, we are discussing about and or A and B. If both are true, the result will be the output will be true. If any one of them will be false, the output will be false. The or is just the opposite, where all if the all the A and B are false, then the output is false. Whereas the for other cases it is true. Means if anyone is true, any particular A or B expressions are true, then in all the output will be true. Is this is clear to you? Okay, let us see an example here. Here the logical operator and I'm using. Okay, here is the expression. Oh, sorry, here A it should be equal to. I have used a double equal to. It is from some other. Just wait. It should be a single equal to. Actually, in C++ or C, we use double equal to sign. Okay. Okay. So here A equal to 4 and B equal to 2. Now here A is equal to 12. Now when I am saying A equal to 12, B equal to 5, I am giving a value, that is I am assigning a value 12 to A and 5 to B. Now when I am using an expression within the bracket, now this equal to becomes here the operator. Okay, it is going to give me the answer in true or false. Here it is not assigning the values. Remember this. Okay, here it is not assigning the value. Here it is acting as a operator. Is it clear, class? Okay, now you can see. Uh, yes, who is saying? Anyone? Any doubt? Okay, so I will show you the program for this. Okay, the same code I have written in the programming. Okay, just let me open the file. Now this is the program that you can see here. Okay, again, where it is gone. Okay, now you see this, the same thing, a equal to 4 and b equal to 2. Now here I am trying to show you the output of each particular relational expression first, okay, and then the output of the expression that we are evaluating. Okay, so let us see. Let me run it. Then you can see the output F5. See the output. Okay, A is equal to 4. This is false. B is equal to, this is false because A is equal to 12 and B is equal to 5. So the resultant output is false. Yes. What? True? No, 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 not. It is not like that. See here below, I am getting, wait, I have not given one particular output here. Let me give that output. Then you will find it in a much better way. Just a moment. I forgot to give the output here. A greater than 100. Okay, now let's. Okay, I slightly change the this comma and this. Then I will show you. Okay, now you can see. Okay, I'll rerun it. F5. Try to understand this concept very carefully. Okay, see here. A is equal to 4. A is equal to 12. Actually, A have 12 in it, so this is false. Okay. B is equal to 5, but here we say that is B is equal to 2? No. Okay. So it is showing me the value 0. That means false. So the both are false. So the output is false. C 0. Are you getting it? Okay. Next expression. It is saying A is greater than 100. That is false because A is equal to 12. But B is less than 10. Yes, true. Okay, because it is not 0. Okay, so one is true, other one is false. Okay, one is true, other one is false. Okay, so we are getting the output as 0, that is false. Now see the third expression. Okay, it is very interesting one where I am not using any relational expression. I am only using the number. What it is? A and B. What is A? A is 12. What is B? B is 5. Harshvardhan, you have asked me this question, no, that it should be always minus 1. No. Okay. It is not 0. Remember this. It is not 0. Here A is not 0. B is also not 0. Okay. Therefore, the output, see output, what output is coming? 4. Again, this is not 0. So this is true. Got it? Here it means A expression where A, okay, A is true, B is true. Therefore, the output is true. See the down one, A and 0, okay, where A is 12, but and 0. 0 means what? 0 means false. Yes or no? Zero means false. So the output is false. Have you understood this? So the logical operator here, this one that I was showing you, that when both the expressions, that is the operands, okay, it can be a relational expression, or sometimes we can also directly give a value also, as I have shown. Value, if it is zero, it is considered as false. If it is non-zero, then it is considered as true. Okay, so the output, see the output. If both are true, then only we are going to get the true. If anyone is false, the output is false. Okay, is it clear? See here, that is the same thing. Both are false, output is false. One is false, output is false. Both are true, the output is true. And one is false, anyone, A or B, anyone is false, the output is false. Is it clear? Okay. Okay, so let us go to the OR. OR is just the reverse one here. Okay. Here I am taking A is equal to 10, B is equal to 9. Okay. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 9. So here again the same mistake I had actually copied from somewhere explaining. Okay, now this is correct. So A is equal to 4, B is equal to 2. So here it is coming as 0. Okay, I will show you here. Now here if both are false, then only the output is false, otherwise it is true. Okay, otherwise it is true. So let me choose close this, and I am opening the other one, file, open all. Okay. So here see, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 9. Okay, now the same concept, the same thing I will show you for each particular expression and what is happening. So see here, the first one is false. Okay, A is equal to 4, but A is equal to 10, so this is false. B is equal to 2, no, B is equal to 9, therefore this is false, so output is false. Okay, now see the next one. A is greater than 10, no, A is not greater than, A is equal to 10, therefore the output is 0. Whereas is B is less than 10, yes, true, therefore it is minus 1. So the result is minus 1. See, the result is what? A greater than 10 or B less than 10. The output is the output is minus 1. That is, output is true. Is it clear? Class, I can't hear from you. Please answer me. Okay. Then the next one, the same concept, A or B, both are true. Therefore, the output is true. Okay. And see the last one, A or 12.2, it is 14. Okay, that is, I am not seeing the I only know that if it is 0, it is what? It is, if it is 0, it is false. Okay, so here the output is true. If I make it 0, let us see what the output will be. Okay, can you guess what the output will be if I make A or 0? What will be the output? Anyone? Anyone? Can you see me the answer? What will be the output? Will it be 0 or some other value? Sure. Yeah, it will not be 0 because it is OR. OR says that both should be 0. Both should be false. Both the expression or the operand should be false. Now see here. There is no need to write it down. I am going to send all this to you. Okay. See the output is 10. Okay, forget about how the output is 10 here, actually it is becoming 10. And forget about this at present, why the output is 10, but it is not 0. That means it is true. Is it clear? Yes, yeah, Shaina, you can ask me. One by one. Yes. Actually, I have not given two brackets. I have given A is equal to 4 is an expression. Okay, therefore I have put it within a bracket so that it will be execute first. If I don't give the bracket, okay, because here also the same Bodmas rule will be followed. Okay, I want to evaluate A equal to 4 first, and after that evaluation, the output have to be compared with the OR. Therefore, I have put the bracket. Is it clear? And then I have put the overall bracket so that it becomes an expression. Clear? If I remove the bracket, you can for the first this bracket will not matter. But if I remove the inner bracket, there may be some problem with the output. Let's see. I'm not putting two brackets. I'm making the expression only. Okay. See, this is now output is coming incorrect here. Okay, minus one. If I remove this bracket, I don't know the exact thing. Basically, we practice like this only. Okay. Okay. I'm removing the bracket now. And the precedence of these things, I also am not so sure. So wait. Because it is good to put brackets. Okay. Now I'm running it. I also don't know the output here properly. Okay. Okay, it is giving me the same output. Okay, means here OR is being, according to the precedence rule, the OR is being evaluated the last. Therefore, it is actually in book it is not given, but here if you see here, OR is the operator. Its precedence is the last one. Therefore, first A equal to 4 is executed, then B equal to 2 is executed, and yeah, B equal to is executed, then we are going to get the output. Is it clear? Something like that is going on. Otherwise, it is going to give me, let me check here also. Otherwise, it is going to give me an error. Okay, now, last time I had told you that I'm going to use the operators, logical operators. Let me check this also. If that concept is correct, it should also work properly. Okay. Clear. So the particular minus one it is showing me that means the or have the least precedence. Okay. Therefore, it is working correctly here. But it is good to put the bracket so that you can know it that it is a expression. Okay. Got it? China. Okay. Anyone? Any doubt? Okay. Now I'm going to give. I'm going to take an example. Okay. So this is enough for this class. Let me save it, and it is correct. If you have seen the answer, no, see the answer. I have removed the brackets, and you are going to see the answer. It is same. You had not observed it. I'm saving it now. I'm executing it. You are going to get the same answer. See here, 0 and minus 1. Okay. Okay. So let me go for new. Okay. This I'm minimizing it. I am coming out of what? Okay, I am coming out of this. Okay, expression. You know what is an expression? Combination of operators, constant and variables. Now I want to ask you a question. The question is, okay, let it be there. File new. I want to compare three numbers. Okay, and find the greatest one. Question is, write a program to find the greatest number from the three numbers entered by you. No, you can't do it. With a with the normal concept, maybe you can do it, but others can't do this. Okay, so I have to explain this. Yeah. So now, class, I will just stop presenting and I will just try to Yeah, you are going to. Actually, I'm making a video out of it, so if you want, I can give you back the things. Okay, here, write a program to find the greatest number from the three numbers entered by the user. Now, how you can think of. Now, suppose I want to compare three students. Okay, I want to compare three students, their height. So, how do we compare? Say, student A, student B, and student C. Okay, how are you going to compare the three students' height? Okay, you know the heights. You are visualizing them. Okay, you are seeing them. They are in front of you. Then how you basically compare? I can't see the chat box because I'm presenting here. Just a moment. Yeah, what you're saying? Okay, this is the greater than symbol. Okay, who is asking by the way? Who is this? Harshvardhan, it is not expected from you. Okay, okay, fine, doesn't matter. Greater than, and this is less than. Okay, clear? Okay, okay, now, yeah. Uh, Now see, whenever we are going to present, okay, whenever we are going to compare, okay, what we can do now, I will show you here only. Control M now. See, I am in the presentation here. I am doing something. I think you will try to understand from this how I am going to compare the three. Okay, say this is A, student A. Okay, height. Forget about the. So now let me compare the lines height. Okay, this is A, and let me take another one and another one. Okay, so all of them in the same platform. Yeah. So this is one. This is. Now here, how are we going to compare these three lines? The height. Say the first one is A, second one is B, and third one is C. Okay, first one is A, then second one is B, second one is B, and third one is C. Okay, so this is A, this is B, and this one is C. Now, how are you going to compare? Anyone? Asked. Yeah, why we should measure? It is quite you are seeing it only. Now, what I mean to say, wait, I have to do one more thing here. I have to group it. Okay, then only I can we can. No, it is visible. It is still there. Okay, okay, and the third one is this. Okay, class. Now ABC. Now see what I'm going to do. How I'm going to compare it. Okay, see this is basically you can see directly and say, sir, here C is the tallest. Yes or no? You can see meaning that way. Yes, but how you can say? I will compare in this way. I will just try to. I'm going to try to explain this, and then we'll write a program on this. Now, see, this is A. First, what I will do, I will compare. I will compare A with B, and then I will compare A with C. Okay, I will compare A with B, and I will compare A with C. Okay, now if I will compare is A is greater than B, that is taller than B, is A is taller than C. If this is false, okay, if this both are false, remember if both are false, that means A is not the tallest. Are you getting it? If 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 A is the tallest, then A is greater than B should be true and A is greater than C should be true. Okay. Now, once my this comparison is wrong, then what I will do? I'm going to compare B and C. Okay, I'm going to compare B and C. Here, my expression will be like this. See here carefully. Okay, I'm now writing in expression form. If A is greater than B, okay, and A is greater than C. Okay, what we have learned? We have learned that if in and both the expressions should be true, then only the output is true. Yes, if not, output is false. Here, what will be the output? Here, the output is false. Yes or no? Here, what is the output? Here, the output is false. Yes. So I will compare B and C. So I will compare B and C. Here again I will compare B and C. See the way it is very so easy to find out if with the help of the logical operator. If B is greater than C, now here in the second I will not use the logical operator. If B is greater than C, now it depends. Okay. If B is greater than C, if this is true, then B is tallest, otherwise C is tallest. Okay. If B is tallest, class just a moment. Array. Class just a moment. Okay. Yes. Just a moment. Just a moment. I have gone out from. Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Actually, I have. Yeah. Okay. I will present from here. Now I'm going to take this question as a particular one, and I'm going to write the program. Okay. See it now. So the question is RAM. Okay. Question is RAM. Have you understood the logic? Class, have you understood the logic? All of you. Okay. Uh, yeah. Wait, the question is here. I'm taking this question directly to save time because we have time scarcity. Okay, now I will take input. This writing. Wait, I have no time to see it. Please don't mind. Okay, Saina. Yeah, let me first finish it up. Then I will see your program. Okay, don't worry. I will see it. I will go through it. You have to use the AND operator here. Otherwise, it will not be correct. Okay, the first, second. So I'm making it N2. Instead of this, I'll give this. This looks more good. And here, third. I'm removing the comma because comma doesn't put the question mark sign once we go for it. Okay, and three. Now, see the if, okay, if n1 is greater than n2, okay, and n1 is greater than n3. Now here I am comparing n1 with both. Okay. Now while comparing with both, what is happening? I am comparing if both are correct. Okay, if both are correct, then only the n1 is highest or n1 is print n1 is highest. Oh, sorry, not highest, greatest. I'm thinking of the height is greatest number. Okay, now else if now I will compare n2 and n3. If this is wrong, that means n2 or n3 may be greatest. Okay, and else if n2 is greater than n3, now here comes the tricks. Then print. Now here n2 will be greater. Yes, n2 is greatest. Else if this is not, then print n3 comma is greatest. And if and is it clear? Now let us run it. F5. Yes, I will try to send a video if possible. I have to slightly edit it. Now see the numbers that I'm going to enter. I am entering some random numbers, say 56, 45, say 30, 45. Okay, fine. In this case, my first number is the greatest one. C, correct? Okay. Let me try with the other set. Now you tell me any number, any one of you. Fast, fast, fast. Okay. Okay, 45, 65, then say 12. Okay, now I'm making the second one greatest. Okay. See whether it works or not. Good. Got it? Now I'm making the last one greatest. Okay. So in this way we are going to testing our program also. So 98, 65, 123. Got it? So this is the use of AND operator. Okay. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. Okay. Yeah, wait, Saina, I'm going to see your one. No, Saina, this is not so correct. Okay, what? Uh, no, no, don't say you are learning for the first time. You how you can be expert. Okay, Harshvardhan, I am stop presenting and you show me your particular one. I have stopped presenting. You show me yours. Harshvardhan, how you can write height of student A greater than B? This is not a particular. We you have to write a if or no if condition. Okay, Harshvardhan, I can't see it properly. Okay, yes, if A is greater than B. Okay, good, fine. So I hope all of you have understood this. Yes.